This is the Ozark Trail 10-person instant cabin tent from Wal-Mart, and this will be an unboxing and setup and takedown video of this tent. This is the barcode on the outside of the bag, and it shows the Wal-Mart item numbers for this tent, the 30711 and the WMT-141078B2 are the numbers that you would want to keep in mind if you wanted to return this tent or refer to it to somebody else. Once you unzip the bag, when the tent is brand new, you will be confronted with this cardboard box that you have to cut open, and then the tent is inside the box. Well, here we go. Let's get it out of the box. That's the battery pack in the little white box there. We'll set this aside. The battery pack takes 4D batteries, or you can use, there's a little lithium battery pack that I've seen that you can buy that fits, that works with these. There's some straps that hold it together that need to be untied. It's a good idea to get your hands on more straps. It helps bundle it back together tightly. There's all kinds of hacking materials that need to be removed. During the setup, I'll be removing little bits of cardboard here and there, this piece of styrofoam and other similar items. For instance, here's some cardboard here. Just a minute, you need a pocket knife to cut these things off. It's not just little pieces of cardboard, they're scotch taped too. There. Once you have all the material staked out, more or less, you can start lifting it and then extend the poles. There. All right, this is what it looks like with the roof up, but the pole's not extended yet. And that blue thing over there is the Rainfly. At this point, I will put the Rainfly over the top. A lot of people have posted that it's easier to do that now than when the tent is all the way up and when it's really tall. And, all right, there's writing on the outside, so this is obviously the top of the Rainfly. The question I'm trying to answer in my head right now is where along these poles do you attach the Rainfly? The instructions that come with this tent are not really great. I'm thinking maybe you just hook the Rainfly to these straps. I can always move them later. As you stretch the poles down, you'll hear them click into place. And they slide really easy. There's a little orange button that you can see right there. When the pole clicks into place, that button will pop out. Yes, I now see the wisdom of putting the Rainfly up first. This tent is seriously tall. the wind just blew the Rainfly off. We'll deal with it later. Okay, we're looking at the tent end on in this view. I will swivel the tent around to the wide way in a second. All right, we're going to do a walk around of the tent from the outside here. This appears to be the front with a door on it. Here's the front of the tent. And that appears to be the other entrance. All right, on this back entrance, there is a zipper from both the inside and the outside. However, there's no way provided to tie the door flaps back. So, reminder to get yourself some Velcro strapping or something to attach to those tent flaps so you can tie them back. All right, here's the back side of the tent. And as you can see, there's one huge screen window and then a smaller screen window. They're covered with flaps from the inside that you can unzip. Okay. On this side, there's another screen window, and the entire top is screen mesh. Okay, back around looking at the front of the tent, you can see that there's a huge screen window there, the door flap, and then down in that corner, just to the left of the main doorway, that's where you would feed in an electric cord from another vehicle or an external battery. All right, we're now inside the tent, and folks, this beast is seriously huge. I am 6'2", pretty tall for a woman, and I have to step all the way to the end walls before my head touches the ceiling fabric. It is the full height all the way from that corner pole to that corner pole, almost the full length of the tent, and it's a good 6 inches taller than I am, which is what I was hoping for. All right, you've got storage pockets there, and there's the main front door. That's another screen window, a screen window, a really huge screen window, and I think that's another storage pocket down in the corner. And I don't have batteries to test the light system, but that there is what you attach the battery pack to, is this little USB-A port, and you undo this Velcro, and you unzip a bit, and the battery pack tucks right in there. And it takes either 4D batteries or a rechargeable lithium pack. Ventilation in this tent is amazing. It's got screen windows like everywhere. And we've already got a mosquito in the tent. So, yes. Okay, there's a hook right there in that corner to hang a lantern from. And there's a little D-ring there. Another hook in that corner. And as I said, the entire roof is mesh. It looks like you could easily put 2 queen beds in this floor. Very nice. Well, here's the tent with the Rainfly on it. I'll do another walk around. To get the Rainfly on with the tent all the way up is not impossible with one person. If you've got something like a broomstick or any long piece of wood, or like a 1/2-inch plastic pipe 6 or 8 feet long, something that you can use as a reacher to help you stretch the Rainfly over the top, so that you can use your right hand to pull on one corner and then a stick or something in your left hand to help get the fabric over the top. With 2 people it'd be easier. It is not impossible with 1. Here's looking at it from the back side. Okay, here's a little detail down in a corner to show how the Rainfly attaches. At each place where there's a Rainfly corner, there is a loop of fabric stitched to the tent, and as you can see, you hook that hook through it. Now, one thing that I take issue with, you see that black bungee cord there? It is not long enough. I had to stretch this Rainfly really, really tight, tighter than I would have liked, to get it all hooked on. I suggest that you get yourself some paracord or more bungee cord and replace the OEM bungee cords there with something at least 2 or 3 inches longer, because I really don't like how tight I had to stretch this Rainfly. It's straining the fabric, and especially right there, where at the corner of the blue Rainfly fabric, it's putting a lot of strain there, and I just suspect that that would be a failure point in the near future. If you set this tent up like that with this Rainfly stretched this tight, it looks really nice, but it doesn't have to be that tight to keep the weather out, and I think it would last a lot longer if those cords on all 4 corners were longer. Actually, there's 6 of them. There's 6 attachment points like that. Yeah, make them longer. All right, I'm going to see if I can point out to y'all that there's at each corner where there's a metal pole, Each place where the Rainfly gets stretched over a metal pole, there is a Velcro loop right here. Okay, you see this piece, which is attached to the tent and attached to the pole. Just under this piece of black fabric is where you will loop the Velcro. Okay. You see this black plastic attachment here? That you go just under this attachment, in other words right here, at every place where there's one of these tabs, you go just under it and you do the Velcro, and do this Velcro first before you attempt to stretch this out and attach this bottom corner, attach the bottom corner. The instructions for doing the Rainfly were really lousy. I had to figure this out by trial and error. But yeah, every place where there's a pole, the first thing you do is attach these Velcro loops all the way around, and you're gonna have to stretch this Rainfly pretty tight, and then you can go and get the corners down. Okay, here's where we're going to collapse it and bag it up and see how long this takes. First, undo the Rainfly. Now we'll drop all the poles. Then you push these elbows back in to collapse it in on itself. Something I really like about this tent is you don't have to undo all these poles. They stay attached to the tent fabric all the time. Then you push the tent in toward the center poles at all 6 corners. Okay. Can you see how it's all collapsed back in on the center pole here? Then the next is to fold the corners all toward the center. If you've got a helper that can hold this upright, that would be helpful. Not essential, but helpful. When you're old and crippled up like this is my helping hand. This is what I used to stretch the Rainfly over the top. Saves me from having to do extra bendovers. Alright, the next step is to make things nice and neat. The less rumpled the tent is when you try to fold it up, the more neatly things are laid out, the more your chances of success at getting it back in the bag. See how I've made this corner folded nice and neat? That's what you want to do on all four corners. It will be a better probability of getting it back in the bag if you do that. Make it all nice and neat. Another essential component is to get as much of the air out of it as possible. See how having a long stick can help you with this job? Alright, now I think we start folding everything up toward the middle, and at this point you decide which way you want this to lie and then lie it down, because you're going to be folding everything else up against it. For instance, it seems to want to lie there, so we're going to fold and roll everything up to that, and that's going to be what defines how it goes back in the bag. At this point, I'm going to attempt to get the straps around it and gradually pull the straps tighter and squeeze the air out as we go. As I said in the first part of the video, it only comes with 2 straps. I suggest you get more. another review on this tent that I saw, the guy said he had to lie down on it to get all the air out, and I can now understand what he meant. I'm probably going to have to do the same thing here. Alright, I'm going to go get the bag, and then we're going to attempt to get it back in the bag. And I'm going to put it up on the little table I've got over there. Alright, here's where we're gonna see if we can get it back in the bag. This end has less like loose material, so I'll get it in the bag first. And then pushing it kind of toward that end. I'll get the zipper started. Here's where you can squeeze out some more of the air. Now, on this bag, there's another zipper on the bottom of the bag that when you undo this zipper, it expands the bag, which we're going to need to get the Rainfly in. There, see, the bag now becomes a good 2.5 inches deeper. The tent is now in. Now I just have to put the Rainfly, and we're going to put the Rainfly down at this end. There's a lot less stuff in the bag there. So as you can see, getting this tent back in the bag is not impossible. Actually, it wasn't even really very difficult. And there's still lots of room in here for the Rainfly. We have to get the battery pack in, and then it came with a little bag of tent pegs, and I'm not sure what this is. I haven't opened the bag to look at it. It's whatever it is, it's nylon. Oh, I know. This is the room divider, which I didn't bother with. You can divide that tent in the middle into 2 smaller private rooms. So that's the room divider. So this cost me $199, like $215 with sales tax, I think. And it looks to me like it was worth every penny. The quality of the materials and the zippers is maybe a little better than I expected from some of the other reviews. Say plenty of room, you can tuck the Rainfly right in here. And then zipper on up again. All right, we are done with this unboxing, setup, and takedown of the Wal-Mart Ozark Trail 10-person instant cabin tent. As you can see, it all goes back in the bag, really easy. It helps if you have a picnic table or like a little portable table like I've got here. So when I get this set up next week at camping, I'll shoot inside at night to show you what the lighting looks like at night and what the tent looks like inside with some furniture in it. All right, thanks for watching.